I have a challenge for you. What today could you choose to reframe and see differently? On this episode, we're going to talk about how getting to pay my taxes today is really a gift and an opportunity, and how you can reframe those situations in your life and choose one thing that you can choose to see differently today. Let's talk about taxes. Who loves talking about taxes? That's what I want to talk about today. Today, when I'm actually recording this episode, is tax day. As a business owner, I get the gift and opportunity today to pay taxes. For those of you who are fellow business owners and entrepreneurs, you know that the freedom that comes with being a business owner also comes with lots of stress, lots of demands, and tax day. For those of you who are excited for tax day because you get a check in the mail and maybe you're getting money back, woohoo, you're already seeing this as an exciting day. But I really just want to this isn't about taxes. I'm not an accountant. This isn't about any of those things. This is really about how you're choosing to see things. So we've talked about this a lot on the podcast, right? What you focus on expands. What you look for, you will find. But this is a prime example of how you can put those little catchphrases, those little things that I talk about, that you hear on the podcast and the books. These are the opportunities that you get to put them into practice to truly create shifts in your life. So let me give you a little bit of an example. A while back when we were working on our taxes, and my son, so I have an 8-year-old son, he was asking, what are you working on? And I told him taxes. He's like, what are taxes? And we sort of explained it. And he said, that's not fair that you have to give the government some of your money. And we had to have a whole conversation around why we do that and help him reframe it so that he didn't see it as a negative thing, right? We had this whole conversation. So then this morning, as we were paying our taxes, I literally said this morning, as I'm getting my son ready for school and as my husband is online making the payment for our taxes, I literally said, I am so grateful today to pay taxes. And my son was like, wait, why? What are you talking about? And I literally put it out there because how easy is it for us? And I'm not gonna lie, of course there's like that inner gut and moment where like, oh man, I wish we didn't have to, right? But really, by choosing right away out of the gate this morning to be intentional, say it out loud, I am grateful that we get to pay taxes today. And I followed it up with more statements. I said, I'm grateful that we have the opportunity to have businesses that has allowed us to create income, to create something from nothing, to then get the opportunity to pay taxes. I'm grateful that we have the money to pay the taxes. I'm grateful that we made money last year so that we had taxes to pay. And while you might kind of be chuckling a little bit, that really does change your energy, because just think if I would have been like, oh, I can't believe we have to pay these. This is so unfair. Not only would it have really impacted my energy for the day and what I chose to look at for the day, but it also would have created and shaped my own son's perspective and mindset around this. And really what we're focused on and dialed in on, and is it all happening to us and all against us in this really catabolic energy, versus this anabolic state, which is this opportunity, and seeing it as a gift and opportunity and really reframing that. And so I wanted to record this brief episode for you to challenge you to think about what's something today that maybe you are seeing as a negative, or maybe you're frustrated about it, or maybe you're like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this laundry. I wish I didn't have to go to this meeting. Oh, I can't believe I have to go drive into the office. And what if today you were to catch that and challenge yourself, just challenge yourself, even though it might be hard, to see it a different way. I get to drive to. I'm so grateful that I have a job that I get to drive to today. I'm so grateful that I have a job and employees or team members that I get to support in their development. I'm grateful that I have this challenge, this new project in front of me. This is such an opportunity that our company is going through, changes or shifts, and I have an opportunity to think innovative and be agile and really demonstrate my leadership skills. Or I'm grateful that I have a family and this family to have this laundry, to create laundry. I know that one's a stretch. I don't love laundry. But do you see how that sometimes you can make a game out of it? So I challenge you today, because these are the micro moments that create the mindset shifts that create the changes in your brain and your emotional state, literally in your physical state, in your mental state around how you're going to show up when bigger challenges come at you. And I work with individuals, and I'm coaching individuals, executive and high performance coaching, and whether it's personal things or professional things, we work on reframing these things and really working on being more in that anabolic state. We actually use the energy leadership assessment. I use that with a lot of my one-on-one clients as well as within organizations. Anabolic and catabolic, by the way, is a physical, like a based in science thing. I was actually side note, I was just listening to a training on health and how we eat, and she literally used the words anabolic, meaning our constructive building up within our bodies, and catabolic, which is more of this destructive state. Anabolic and catabolic is what we talk about in our energy leadership assessment. So it's based on real things. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about the energy leadership assessment for yourself, for your team, or for your organization, go ahead and in the show notes here, just pause this real quick, go ahead and take a look so that you can learn a little bit more about what energy leadership is. And also you can set up a time to chat with me if you want to learn more about it. But we talk about getting really clear on how often are you in this catabolic state, and this state of feeling that you're at the effective things or feeling frustrated, versus how often are you in this anabolic state where you're able to see different perspectives, where you're able to tap into curiosity and empathy and all of the data around having more satisfaction in your leadership, in your health and wellness, in your overall energy, in your satisfaction in your relationships, your financial. When we work on being more in this anabolic state, we see a change in our results and the way that we're showing up. So my challenge for you today is to find one thing that you can see the opportunity, and instead of going to the, I wish I didn't have to, I can't believe I have to do this, what if instead you said, I get to do this, and see how your whole day changes.